It's great to be in Western Kentucky. This is a good-looking crowd. I'm a Hopkins County attorney. I'm a native of Madisonville. I'm so delighted to have my wife with me tonight. She was Shannon Badgett of Madisonville. Her family built the Badgett Playhouse over in Grand River. She wanted me to remind you to go over there before summertime's over. She went to Murray State University before I took her off to the Big Blue Nation in Lexington at the University of Kentucky. I'm proud to be from Western Kentucky. The Democrats don't have one person on their ticket west of 65, but we have, as Monty said, a whole slew from Western Kentucky. My grandmother was a seamstress over in Caldwell County. My family were tobacco farmers in Trigg County, machinists in Muhlenberg County, coal miners from Hopkins County, law enforcement in Christian County, and barge hands in McCracken County. That's my family. I'm the first person in the history of my family to have the privilege to go to college, and it was hard work and Western Kentucky roots. My family came to the Cumberland Gap in 1790. They were petty pools, P-E-T-T-Y. And then they settled in Christian County in 1792, same year Kentucky got its constitution, and they cut the name in half, and now it's P-Pool. So I've got to run a statewide race. It's good to be home in Western Kentucky where you've seen that. Folks around Kentucky are learning my name, but they already know the name of my opponent, and that's Jack Conway. Now, the last time I saw Jack Conway at Fancy Farm, he took the podium and he told us how tough he was. You recall that? You recall when he invited us actually to chew on his hide. Those were his words, not my words. Do you remember those words? Well, there was an eye doctor from Bowling Green who took him up on that offer to chew his hide. And today they call that eye doctor Senator Rand Paul. And poor old Jack is known as Rawhide. Now, he had the audacity to come down to Western Kentucky and tell us how tough he is. You remember him saying how tough he was? Yeah. He told the farmers, he told the mechanics, he told the soldiers of Fort Campbell how tough he really was. He told the coal miners and he told the barge hands. A silver-spooned Louisville lawyer came to Western Kentucky to tell us just how tough he really was. The members of law enforcement. And then he had to go one step further and slander the good name of his mother. Do you recall that? Do you recall what he said about his poor mother? Well, I tell you what, the way we're raised out in Western Kentucky, any God-fearing mother in Western Kentucky would know what to do. She would wash that boy's mouth out with soap. And that's what it's going to take. So today, go ahead, guys, pass out the soap. We're going to give you a bar of soap. So when you go to Fancy Farm tomorrow, and you see the Conway supporters, you just let them know when you see old Jack, we're going to wash his mouth out with soap. And while you're at it, go ahead and wash that Aqua Buddha stink right off of it. He's a man of poor judgment. I mean, think about that. He was a national embarrassment with the worst campaign in the history of Kentucky. And now the two largest newspapers in Kentucky have poor old Jack in a paradox. The Courier-Journal broke the story that his brother was the target of a drug investigation. Another Louisville lawyer who was a prosecutor. And the police had started an investigation into his brother's drug activity. And what does Jack do? He jumps right in the middle of it. Now, every prosecutor in Kentucky knows that's wrong, and even the Courier-Journal knows it's wrong. That's why they reported it. So the poor judgment of Jack Conway jumps right in the middle of an investigation and is the architect of a cover-up. He moves when he shouldn't. And just today, the Herald-Leader breaks a story that says we've got evidence of illegal fundraising and coercion of state employees for campaign fundraising, and Jack doesn't move. He's like a calf at a new gate. He doesn't know, come here from Sikkim, about when to do something. Jack, you're not tough, sir. And we saw that when you saw Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi. They strike fear in poor Jack's heart. He stands on the sideline. He sits exactly where they tell him to. And when they say jump, he says how high. So, folks, I just want to close with your imagination for just a moment. If you will imagine with me what it would be like in our great Commonwealth if we had an Attorney General that would fight Obama and Obamacare. Do you want your Attorney General to fight Obamacare? Do you want an Attorney General that is pro-life? An Attorney General that will stand up for the unborn? Do you want that? I tell you what, they can take all the shots they want at the top of our ticket, Senator David Williams, but I will tell you this, in my lifetime I've watched his career, and when he reaches the pearly gates of heaven, the one thing those angels will know is that he stood up for the unborn year in and year out. And for that, Senator Williams, do you want an Attorney General that stands up for the Second Amendment? Don't tell Jerry Abrams, because we just got a call that he took a left turn and can't even find Western Kentucky. He's terrified to come down here. Do you want an Attorney General that will fight the EPA? On behalf of our coal miners, fight the EPA on behalf of our farmers. Do you want that? Do you want a real prosecutor in the office of Attorney General? Can you imagine to have a prosecutor in the office of Attorney General? Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be the first practicing prosecutor to occupy that office in over 20 years. Jack Conway doesn't understand it. And then finally this, and this is probably the most important. Do you want an independent Attorney General that will shine the light of truth on every corner of Frankfort and fight corruption for the families of Kentucky? Are you ready for that?